Hi, allergies are kicking my ass, and despite this, I am very much streaming with the window open because I am incapable of learning my lesson, in at least regards to springtime weather. Anyway, welcome to the Friday stream. Hopefully you've been having a good week, because I did not stream on Tuesday because I didn't feel well because of allergies. Yeah. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been faring better than I have, because spring, as much as I do enjoy it, I also kind of hate it. And YouTube, hi. Either I have been proven a liar by myself, and this is being tacked on to the end of the last part anyway, is just being uploaded as one VOD, or I'm not, and I just haven't gone around to, uploading the first part of the second episode. Anyway, that's not really important. As for shit that has happened, nothing. Also, I'm pretty sure. And also, if I was monetized, this would definitely have been demonetized already, because that's swearing, like, at least twice in the first minute. But yeah, I don't really have that much of an update for you. I got some drawing progress done on my latest drawing, and I wrote some emails this morning. Yeah, I got really got nothing, because on Wednesday I took off work because I wasn't sure if it was just like, oh wait, no, there was a thing that happened, because on Wednesday, like, I wasn't sure if it was allergies or if I was legitimately sick, so I just took off work anyway. However, that didn't necessarily stop me from having to go to like the store to pick up some stuff, because my mom needed potatoes, like mashed potatoes for dinner. I wanted a snack, and then it just kind of ended up turning into oh, can I also pick up mom some mousse? And also dad says that you should probably just pick up some allergy medication. So yeah, like my $10 to $15 shopping trip turned into a $40 one. Fun. And then when I got home, all the fire alarms were going off. And they wouldn't stop going off even after the breaker had been reset twice. And there was no discernible, like, smoke from the outside. There was no smell. And, like, initially we tried to call, like, the fire department's, like, main number, but then they didn't pick up, so we ended up having to call 911 anyway. And it was prefaced that there was no emergency. And they still sent, like, 2 full trucks, at least 1 police car, and, like fire marshal, mostly just because they had... mostly because I live in a place where they don't really get a lot of action. So, yeah, that was fun. And basically what had happened was the fire alarms that we had are 15 years old, and as such, kind of desperately needed to be replaced. And them going off was basically just them announcing they were quitting. So, yeah, that was an interesting thing that happened on Wednesday. And as for any other interesting things, I said in my Blue Sky post, and I guess Twitter post, but who gives a fuck about Twitter? That I want to rewatch Transformers 1, and I actually intended on going to Walmart today because I wanted to, like, pick up like a physical copy of Transformers 1, just because, nice to have, and that way I wouldn't be at the whim of whether or not I currently have a Paramount Plus subscription. But that ended up not really panning out because people were already home. Anyway, that's enough yapping from me. What do you say? We instead yap to Vivian. And you know how I said that I'd log in for the past couple of days? Yeah, I haven't been doing that. I'm pretty sure I did it once. But on the plus side, because it is May now, it means we get some of these. And with 3 of these, we can just go ahead and pull immediately. If we wanted to, we could just, hit the 10 search and just be that much closer to selecting my own S rank. And admittedly, it's probably going to be Soldier 11 because even though I do have Rena's W engine, she is a support character, so I do enjoy Lycon as a character, but I kind of don't really need any more ice characters because Miyabi kind of has that covered. And I do desperately need some level of fire character who isn't just support or defense. Like, I need, like, an actual... Yeah. But we can do that in a little bit. But, you know, as a treat. For now, we need to continue with the story. Vivian! Lord Phaethon, let's head out as soon as you're ready. Hey, go now! And not even giving me...
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel.
Vivian, please... Okay, well, I appreciate you're running at this speed.
She's like a mentor to me.
Alright, nice.
I learned a lot about data scraping on Internet thanks to her.
Hi, Rain. Oh, I have less water than I thought I did.
Rain, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? You two knew each other?
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Rain, you actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon? No, I mean, you actually know Belle is Lord Phaethon.
Good correction.
I didn't know right away.
Yeah, we kind of need to save you.
One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Mm-hmm.
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
No, I'm very interested. Please continue, Rain.
Why are you all tense? Right. Lord Phaethon lives on
Ooh.
6th Street too, and might know your idol.
Ooh?
Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out?
Mm-hmm.
And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
I'm, okay. Well, yeah.
I know that black cat. I'm always sneaking at snacks.
Yeah.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Alright, okay, yeah, but... I'm still curious, but we do have business to attend to.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years, and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago.
Alright, well, that's a little...
I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Alright. Alright, no time for pouting.
Huh? What's wrong?
Hey, Rain. Vivian said you might have some new intel. So let's get to the important stuff first.
Yeah, back to business.
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about.
Love it when we're pretty sure about something.
The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it.
We kind of established that.
The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter.
Really now?
I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely.
Okay, well that's not suspicious at all.
The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square.
That's where we are.
Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
So we have to be social, my greatest weakness.
Okay, we'll check things out.
And that's not asking for more leads, Belle.
You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you are unsure about?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out.
Okay, well there are a lot of things that stand out online, so if this is something probably important.
A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside.
Okay, so Either people in not a good condition, or people who got turned potentially into sacrifices because they're the only kinds that can live, only kinds of monsters that can live outside the hollows.
Not sure if it's related to your search.
Probably is.
If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Alright.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend.
Yeah.
This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time.
So the favor Vivian did for you last time?
But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
And yeah, apologies for like coughing and stuff. I'm very much still sniffly, and I have not taken an Allegra for today.
Nosy? Just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian.
I mean, how do you know that if you don't even know who she's looking for?
I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life.
I mean, fair, the real world does kind of suck.
I'm counting on you to save the world, guys.
Alright, well that's a lot of pressure.
Alright, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Alright, if you see Evelyn, say hi. Rain waves goodbye and leaves. Vivian mentions she knows someone who's really skilled at finding people in real life. So you follow her and continue on your way.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said.
I mean, I'm definitely going to pay mind to what she said.
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Oh. One Denny Boo! My favorite little guy! Outside of Eos, obviously. Hey, long time no see. You seem to be doing well, little one. Yep, I made an awesome friend since last time we met. My friend got ill before, and it was the manager who helped heal them. I didn't realize you two knew each other. Then next time I'll head to the manager's place. I will get to see. Then the next time I head to the manager's place, will I get to see you too? You know each other? Yep, this little guy is Lucky Boo. One of my old boss at my previous workplace thought it was a discount store clearance sale. But he was a terrible boss. Not only did he shirk on paying wages, he didn't take care of his Bang Boo either. Yeah, that guy, really terrible. Then this little guy had a malfunction, and the boss threw it out because he didn't want to spend the money on repairs. Really? How could it have been? It could have been fixed with just a simple battery change. Vivian is the best. Vivian changed my battery. The bestest ever. All I did was change your battery for you. It was you who earned the money to buy it. Yeah, I'm amazing. I'm amazing too. I earned 100 dennies, just enough to buy a battery. So that's where that 100 denny Bang Boo battery came from. Honestly, you've got plenty of energy, but I told you before, you need to be more tactful. Haven't you learned anything? I learned pet one denny. One denny Boo, give denny. Wow, so you found a way to make a living, huh? Amazing. Better not expose one denny Boo. So that's how I learned that. Yeah, better not expose him. Did you need me for something? I'm super happy to help. I know you love exploring all kinds of places, so tell me, have you come across anyone strange these past 2 days? Strange? You mean someone who looks hurt, scared, and kind of trying to hide, but there aren't many people around. Let me think. I got it! I saw someone like that in the desert today. Someone super similar. Desert? Could it mean the Outer Ring? I don't think one Denny-Boo can make it that far. Desert probably refers to the sand pit up ahead. Lord Phaethon, let's go take a look. Did I help? Yep, you were super helpful. Yay! So happy. I want to keep helping. You should go do whatever important stuff you need to do. Let's play together soon. Yeah. Just go outside the store.
One Denny-Boo is just too cute, right? I didn't know you helped it too.
Yeah, I have a habit of helping Bang Boo.
I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
Weak man. Well, that's a little, you know. Well, you don't gotta call him out like that, game. Boop. It seems that the person. It seems that's the person Rain and one Denny-Boo were talking about. Lord Phaethon, please stand back. I cannot be certain if he'll end up doing something extreme, considering his current mental state. I'm afraid he might hurt you. I'll try talking to him and see what's going on. Vivian walks forward and taps the cowering man on the shoulder.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go.
No, we kind of need you to say things.
I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
But what do you know?
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
Preferably whoever made it so that you're acting like this.
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them.
Hmm?
It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
Well...
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
Okay, well, it's not the Titanic. Let's not blow it out of proportion here, Vivian.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
That feels a little resonant.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean.
Okay, well, that's technically not true because tsunamis are caused by, you know, underwater earthquakes. Like, hey, the butterfly effect is more like a hurricane, Vivian.
No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret.
Yeah, and you'd never want the regretty spaghetti.
We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us.
In theory.
I'll help you return to your family, but you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something.
Okay.
The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up.
Okay, well...
After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box.
Ooh, I love a good strange box.
When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow.
Alright, Orange checks for they handed us some pills, so you know.
But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills.
No shit, Sherlock. Maybe don't take mystery drugs from people who say want something.
When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands.
I'm sure it's fine. Like, you know, that's normal.
They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen.
Alright, inject me with something. Also an orange.
But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go.
Did he have pointy ears, sharp fangs, and heterochromia?
So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building.
Would it be the ballet twins?
What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate.
Ooh, fun.
I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own.
That's
My
fun.
memories turned into a blur.
It sneaks up on you. Wakes up the next day.
I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this.
Well, Vivian will arrange for your protection. Because she's canonically fucking loaded, apparently.
Once this is all over, he will be able to reunite with them.
You and Vivian contact Lycon. The mayor, representing Victoria Housekeeping, agrees to protect the worker and will keep his identity confidential. Excuse me. Soon, Rena arrives and takes the man away, mentioning that the mayor will confirm the location based on his description. Yay! But we don't get to see Rena because, of course, we don't.
I've been meaning to say this for a while, Vivian. You're just so calm and decisive when things get tough. Totally different from the impression you gave me at first.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough.
Oh, kind of like a cat. Like a cat girl I know. No, not Nakamata, the other one.
There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering.
No, not that one either. The one not from this universe.
I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
Whoa. It's hard to imagine you like that. I mean, you had this super intimidating vibe when we first met.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met.
Yeah.
And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's still wild to me. I never thought you and I would have mutual friends.
I mean, we also know, like, Lucky Boo, like one Denny Boo.
And you even know one Denny Boo. Can you believe we might have passed each other so many times without even realizing it?
I mean, technically we have.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Well, I got about 5 chapters worth. Like 5 chapters worth of context plus a backstory that I'm not getting into.
Looking back, I feel like I've been through a lot lately. My brother and I even lost our Phaethon account. Oh, everything started when the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
Yep, time for the plot recap. As you walk along the river by Lumina Square with Vivian, you start sharing your stories. Although she wasn't a part of them, she's been into the places where they took place. She's been to the chaotic hollow of the Camellia Golden Week. She had her favorite sandwich at Cheesetopia. She's even received a star sticker or from Officer Mew Mew for rescuing Bang Boo. You are amazed at the coincidence of life in New Eridu and how your paths have crossed so many times without you realizing it. After a long chat, it's time for a meal. Yeah!
I remember it should be around here. That store's been sitting in my favorites for ages.
Lord Phaethon!
What's up?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you. And now I've finally made it to your side.
Okay, so that's a little creepy, but I'll allow it.
Since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune.
Crow, is that you?
I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count.
New Eridu from another angle.
I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence.
Okay, now we're just kind of trauma dumping.
Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me.
Ooh, that's never a fun time.
Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously.
As people do on the internet.
It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind. And right then, my phone rang.
What the treadmill boop was that?
I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Phaethon.
Ooh? Really?
Wait, really? Me?
We actually stopped someone from unaliving themselves?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
What did I even say in that comment? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
Bruh.
Huh? No!
So, Lord Phaethon, thank you.
You're welcome, as soon as I remember what exactly we said.
Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Phaethon, I truly like who I've become.
Yay! The wind skimmed across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hair and brushing against her cheek. The light reflects in her eyes. Lights reflected in her eyes dance and flicker, as if eager to share the stories of the past, both on the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. Emotions intertwine with the narratives, as you feel as though you're witnessing the path she has traveled.
Icon just sent a message. There's an update.
Yay! There's an update. Love
Let's
that.
head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Okay. Is that all, or be like, can we go? 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 Alright. Woo! Alright, apparently I had to go to the HGD, but it's fine.
Val, you're back. Lycon told me he wanted to meet up with us online to discuss things when you returned.
Alright. I guess he's too busy to do it in person.
I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now.
Yay!
Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core.
Oh. Really?
He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
Alright, that would make sense.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
Okay.
We've got this.
Oh, well.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands.
Alright.
The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time.
Really?
The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there.
We get to meet the other Void Hunter?
Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Lord Phaethon, we'll head out as soon as you're ready. We must obtain the sacrifice core before Hartman does. Alright, let's get going. And still only one other space,
This
so...
is the path I follow. Officer, let's...
Which alias should I use this time?
Well, ooh. Ooh, hang on. If I do that, then I'm not gonna have enough to...
Wanna... I've been waiting for you.
Because at least they work well together. Because they're both anomaly. So the number is funny.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina.
Okay, Lady Dina. New name just dropped.
I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
Probably not shooting you in the head.
I'm just here to verify that the
In-game?
core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response.
Alright, that does make sense, I guess.
Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
Yeah, and we definitely won't have already made off with the core by then.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core?
I mean, were you not listening?
And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
Who's this Dina he just mentioned? Is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of.
Alright, so I'm guessing it's like a group of leaders.
Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
Alright, then why are we still standing? Let's go.
I've got a shortcut planned, but there are gonna be ethereals along the way. I'll let you handle them, Vivian.
Yeah, and Jane can also help.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
Alright. Let's roll. Quick look back here just to make sure there's nothing.
Ethereals! Stay away from Lord Vathan!
Ow.
Sure.
How dare you? And whee! Nice. Okay, so we actually we needed to, get into a different position.
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage.
Alright, good thing they can't see us, despite the fact that we're standing
Let's
right
get out
here,
of here
just
before
out in the
we're
open. Oh boy, I love tagging these guys.
Let's keep moving, Lord Vathan. Stay
Also,
away
yeah,
from me.
she just has a full-on cane sword umbrella thing. Cane umbrella. No, that doesn't make sense.
Leave the enemies to me, Lord Vathan.
Nope, this one. How dare you not have an non-belief thing for me to explore. Ow.
I'll make it painless. Donut.
Thank you. Now we can deal with these guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to hide from me? Are you trying to hide from what's inevitable?
Let's make this quick.
Stay away from me.
And over to you. Yeah, I don't think so. You can't out-hover me, for I am the hover one. And Robin.
There's two over there. Looks like they're arguing.
Oop. Yep, just did not notice any of that.
This is our chance. Let's hurry.
Nyom. Alright, also be sure to grab that. Because health and super energy is always good. Nope, not going up,
No
going
matter
down.
who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Our best move is to seize it before they
Seize it before they
hand
do
over
and
what's
destroy
in the
it.
box.
Oh,
Or we do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl.
Lord Vathan!
Let's see if you can get past me first.
you say that's like we're not already most of the way past you.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
Oh wow, that guy just went down before, like, yeah. Anyway, sacrifice score?
Lord Vathan, the box is empty.
Of course it is.
So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here?
Shut up, Hartman.
Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
Would a blonde guy with pointy ears and heterochromia have anything to do with this?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Just as everyone stands confronting each other, a voice comes from behind. That sounded more like a roar. Hello?
Vivian, it's been ages.
You're a lot smaller than I thought you were.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet.
Why does her hair and hair accessory look like a tomato?
Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from your daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Okay, so nobody's communicating with each other at this point.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then.
Okay, all this talk about the past. Please either elaborate or fight.
However, I do understand your worries. This core... it's fake.
How?
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. It can't be fake. How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina approaches Hartman and then coldly inserts the core into an open wound from one of his subordinates. The guy collapses into the ground, screaming. Dina wipes her hands and casts a look of disdain.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all.
Wait, so she had the core?
But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the Creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors.
Alright, so what you gonna hit back with?
Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on them.
Alright, well, we don't really know. Like, okay, we don't... okay, does she have the power of prophecy, or is it just... Can she only see bad things that are going to happen?
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause. Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything! You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
Alright, so fight time.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Oh, fun.
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
As Dina finishes her words, several explosions erupt, followed by tremors on the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous ethereals. In a panic, Hartman rushes to the car he summoned, and taking Camille and Dina with him.
Wait,
All right.
more ethereals are coming.
Ow. Ow. Hey, how about fuck off? Yeah.
No chance to get out of this.
What are you talking about? We're doing fine. Damn it. Oh boy, double boss. Nope, I don't think so. You're getting hit with that.
Okay, heads up.
That was bullshit and you know it, game.
I'll make it painless.
Wait, don't ult yet. This is not going very fast. Probably because we don't have a stun character. Ow. And they're both stunned.
Dares get between me and Lord Phaethon.
Boom!
Stay away from Lord Phaethon.
Oh boy. Oh.
There are
Cutscene.
so many.
Hmm? Bird!
It's ink.
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast.
Hot.
Now.
Thank you.
Okay, we all saw that. We all saw that physics, right? Okay, yep. So I'm definitely saving for her.
Finally, peace and quiet.
Aw, it went from big guy to little guy.
You must be Belle, right?
Correct.
Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Can I ask, who are you?
I mean, probably the Void Hunter that the mayor mentioned.
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
Yishuan. Yishuan. Yishuan. Yishuan.
Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see.
I own a video store. Would you like a membership?
At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
Oh, so you're the investigator the mayor talked about.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Yay!
Guidance?
What exactly does that mean?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk.
So, video store or elsewhere?
I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
Yay! Usual. I've already forgotten her name, despite the fact that I said it multiple times. Yijun Li. Yijun Li. Even after saying this, while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking distracted. Kind of like me every time I need to look elsewhere in my room.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well.
I mean, to be fair, there were a lot of guys.
I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
Alright, well, please find something soon, because I don't want to have to wait for fucking part C.
You definitely need some rest. Let's get out of the hollow.
Boom. Ooh, that's a funky loading screen. Oh. Alright, well, we're still in action, so we kind of do need to talk to... Still in action, so we gotta talk to Vivian before, you know. Also, Saibu. Looks like you got a lot on your mind. And it's so nice to have someone to side with who doesn't ask me anything. I feel much better now. Yay! Alright. Mew give me things. Show me. Help Saibu solve its trouble. Yep. So I think it's probably going back to rest.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
Most likely.
I'm not in a hurry to get back. You've been kind of off since we got out, and it's got me worried. If something's bugging you, just spill it if you want to. I'm a pretty good listener, you know.
Yeah, I definitely don't wander off in my own thoughts.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan.
You very much did.
When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists.
Oh, so he was like your dad.
There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister.
Family, but like a kind of bad one when you really stop and think about it.
She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows. So all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Tina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly.
Can't help but notice the past tense on respected there.
Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father.
Well, very hyperfixated. I understand that greatly.
But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
Bruh.
The blessing medicine. Please tell me that wasn't the sacrifice serum Bringer had.
Yes. To be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum.
Oh, even better.
Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption.
Well then, what's the point?
In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted.
Alright, kind of already could figure that out.
In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him.
I mean...
Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina.
Ah.
At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Vivian starts to recount what happened that day.
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
I mean, that's definitely a hell of a first panel to reveal him.
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
And then he has a gun!
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go!
Vivian? What's happening?
Listen to me! Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't...
But... Alright. Nice, nice save! Also, nice running in those heels.
Father!
Oh.
No, I was just...
Alright, you don't really sound that panicked.
Mom, I want to go home.
That child doesn't look nearly distressed enough.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Vivian, was this you?
Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have.
Had.
Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
Her voice trembles as she shares her past stories.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists.
I mean, if she was already that deep in...
I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope.
Ah. Understandable. That is kind of scarce these days.
She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that she... All these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No.
No way. You're not the one bringing bad luck. Whatever went down with the Exaltists, Landon used you. As for Dina and Camille, they know the truth, and they just made their choices. The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones, but not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like they do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself.
Believe.
You're currently resolving the sacrifice crisis with your own effort. I remember you saying you really like yourself now. So what's changed?
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little.
Yay.
Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Nailed it.
Whenever you're feeling down, don't hesitate to come to me.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find.
Alright, please make it so I don't need to split it into another part.
Good night, Lord Phaethon.
I mean, I do actually need to go to bed early tonight because I do need to go get my car inspected in the morning. But that's a unrelated problem. After bidding farewell to Vivian, you head back to the video store. You see the collectibles she gifted you on the table, and it's excuse me, sorry. And it stirs a flood of memories. You've been through so much lately. You hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice core. Well, weariness sets in, and before you know it, you drift off to sleep. When you wake, it's almost noon. Just like me normally. Belle, Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Did you need something? It was about the sacrifice core. Damn, already. Also, this is certainly an angle. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. Belle, if you have time, head to Lumina Galleria to meet up with Vivian. Just a second. Before we do that, we gotta do... hi, Nicole. Alright, well, first of all, internet. Okay, so that's a event thing. Got it. And I gotta do Bang Boo Bash at some point. Alright, Nicole, I'll be with you off stream. Anyway, I've decided this fish is lucky. It probably isn't, but we'll just go with that narrative. Signal search. And I mean, I kind of want to... Okay, first of all, I'll spend 1 just to get an A rank guaranteed from here, because I do like... Because, I mean, you know... Seth or Piper, that's still 1 step closer to cinema.
One day,
Yay!
I'll be the best public security officer there is.
I'm sure you will, bud. Anyway. Yeah, I just needed some of that. Because that is... cinema? I mean, technically it is cinema, so... And, alright. With the power of 10 normal master tapes, we move 1 step closer to selecting my own S rank. As for who we're gonna get, who knows? Alright, no S rank off the rip. But we got 2 A's, let's go! Now we just gotta hope it's 2 characters and not 2 W engines. Come on, we're almost there.
Sweeping pillar! Nothing stands in my way.
Hi, Ben. And... Ben's W engine. How fitting. Alright, well, that's still... Yeah, 20 of those. Alright. That was some fun searching. Got at least 1 more.
Eradicate all evil. Let's
A mission? Take me along.
Alright, oh wow, we really don't have a lot of that. Reckless youth. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, main problem here is I don't have enough of that to level up. And I do need a Weeping Gemini, which I don't have. My face, when no Weeping Gemini. Because I do need... I need W engines. I can't exactly level you up until I get level 5 of that. And those 2 are the priorities. I don't need anything else.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
Alright. Question. It's probably a question I've asked before, but the question I'm going to ask again. Does Box Galaxy sell A ranks?
Good morning. Anything you'd like to buy? We have some limited edition items in stock.
Can I prioritize something? Oh. Boo. Let me buy it!
Did you get what you were looking for?
No, because I don't have what I need. Alright. We have at least confirmed that I can't get a W engine for Vivian because I'm not going to bother rolling for hers, even though I probably should. Which one should I choose? Facing difficulties? Am I facing I am facing difficulties. A difficult choice, that is. Let me ask you. There are 2 routes. One safe and open. The other dangerous but thrilling. Which one would you take? Safe. Dangerous one. I see. That's what I thought too. Okay, it's settled then. I'll start from the rooftop of Waterfall Soup and jump to the Cough Cafe's roof, then climb up the gadget store. Or in the end, I'll take off from the brown apartment building and say, okay, sign with one of the, and on the balcony of the one with the bomb cola sign. That's not exactly the same path I had in mind. I'm actually planning a route for the next parkour race. But hey, thanks for the valuable advice. Okay. I take no responsibility for any broken bones she might acquire in the after hospital visits. Alright. Everything there is in order. Anyway, wise. And yeah, we already read all this, so let's just move right along. Immersive storytelling. Go! Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction house's lounge. Oh.
Shawl, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
So her name was just Shawl?
I was
just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection.
Ah, clever. Don't mind me, just looking at things. Alright. One looking at Discord later, we're back.
So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage.
Okay, more with the blonde man.
Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Oh, because of course it had been.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
I mean, ask for more details.
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Please ignore my voice crack there.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So, I'm happy I could help you too. Alright, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
After saying goodbye to Shawl, Vivian leaves the lounge. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just happens to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. Huh? How? We are Mockingbird after all. It shouldn't be surprising, but we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we couldn't use communicators. So Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on. On them so he could communicate. But after that mission ended, he let them roam free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction house venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time, but the tracker only gives a broad area. But I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, this videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time. But all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. Alright, well, there are a lot of birds, so, because, you know. Alright. Got two little guys. Aww. I like those guys. A soft and sweet fluff ball. It's hard to imagine this is the bird Hugo chose for the mission. But it does have some black feathers, so maybe this is it? Either way, I might as well take a photo and send it to Vivian. After seeing a picture of the panda-colored chonk of a bird. I love the use of chonk! Let's go! You got a negative answer. Let's keep looking elsewhere. We love it. One chonk. Okay. Probably not a bamboo. So let's dip into the alley and see. Oh. Ah! Right. Yeah. Black crows and a dark alley. This seems a bit cliche, but this is a really good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of this crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds, "That's the one." She quickly comes over. Okay, yeah. Like, I'm not stupid. I could figure that it probably wasn't a bamboo. That's the one. It's all thanks to you, Lord Phaethon, that we found him so quickly. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among these boxes. You look through the boxes and find the recording, but it's been damaged. Of course it has. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. Yeah, convenient that we do, you know, own a video store and we are capable of repairing videos. Or tapes. Alright, no need to walk back to the car. We can just teleport. We have the technology. Alright. Can this videotape still be fixed? Of course. Fairy's currently repairing the data. Thank you, Fairy. Fairy repairs the videotape and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control.
Okay.
She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands.
Well, that's not really what the Exaltists want with sacrifices, right?
If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
Okay. Good information to know.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her.
Also, is it just a static or does Hugo look slimmer than he did last, okay, not chapter, epilogue part?
Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the Creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you.
Yay.
I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
the Creator will guide me.
The video abruptly comes to an end. Abruptly comes to an end. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
I mean, he probably has his reasons.
Hugo...
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to discuss with us right now.
Oh, fun.
Alright, let's patch him in.
Also, yeah, should we let him know about what we just learned?
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you.
Don't worry, we were just uncovering important information.
We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight.
Oh.
This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
Alright, that feels like a bad, that feels like bad planning on his part, but...
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
Why would you hold the party right next to the place where you probably keep your sensitive information?
So, what should I do?
You can attend as her +1.
Yay!
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me.
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely.
Okay.
Alright, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton.
Says B!
If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup.
I mean, how close are you gonna be?
I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. Just leave the socializing to me. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission 2. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Let's watch it! Let's watch! Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. You do some last-minute studying on the etiquette expected at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. And I'm going to imagine that we don't get any fancy... Like, this isn't D&D where we don't get to dress up all fancy. We gotta... Like, this is still a video game where we have, you know... Meh. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? I'm ready! And again, with this angle specifically, I'm ready. Like SpongeBob. Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer this way. Vivian heads off first. After 5 minutes, she sent a message saying it's all good. Let's go meet up. Yay! Go meet Burton. Go meet Tim Burton. Over here. You're a lot scraggly. You're much more scraggly than I thought you were gonna be. Miss Banshee, is this is something the matter? What I mean is this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlock can protect me, no? If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my escort for the night. She heard the Ravenlocks are throwing a true feast for the century. He's with plenty of delicacies not available anywhere else, and she wanted to try some. You aren't so stingy as to not even allow your guests to have a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you are also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there we will take a speedboat to the manor. Ooh, we had a car ride followed by a boat ride. Wait, so is the manor on an island? What the Lego Batman's going on here? After about an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Oh, but of course.
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
Alright, well, rude.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion. Does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
Well, you live on an island. Well, this manor's on an island, so I sincerely doubt that.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
Ooh.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you.
What do you mean by that?
We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you.
Alright, well that shit-eating grinned and says he's gonna tamper with it.
I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Burton hurriedly leaves, and Vivian seems to breathe a sigh of relief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with.
I can imagine.
I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
I mean, I imagine this is an illusion of choice, but also... Alright.
Wow, you were so cool just now. Like a powerful, noble lady. You sent Burton packing with just a few words.
It's just some techniques Hugo taught me. Like that dessert I mentioned. It means I want them to offer more if they want to come to an accord.
Oh.
Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power.
I mean, as he is.
He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
Yay. Stick to the plan.
I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Alright, love a good corner door. Also, who puts a door in the corner? Never mind, that makes sense.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
Just for context, I turned around and looked at the door to my room, which is currently in the corner of my room. In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, open the door. With a gentle push, the door actually opened.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Well, are you crying right now? No? Oh, it looks like it's going well for me. Or well enough for me.
Perhaps we're just lucky? Plus, their security measures outside were so tight. Maybe it's more lax inside.
That's probably not the case, but...
However, just to be safe, I'll call Lycon.
Good idea.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Fair enough. Just killed a bug that was on my monitor, and I feel slightly bad about it. Concerns about the sacrifice core, yeah.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Excuse me? You and Vivian searched through Hartman's office for a while, but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside, and in a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk.
Esteemed guests, your catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction?
Okay, well, first of all, why do you have a revolver? Like, not even the same kind of revolver that Billy has. That's like a classic old Western revolver. Secondly, is he even holding that thing right? It's kind of hard to tell because, okay, it looks like he is holding the trigger, but considering how much of his hand is going underneath it, I feel like even if he did fire, it'd just fly out of his hand. Okay.
So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food.
Yeah, maybe don't breathe so heavy.
Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left.
Okay, you know Vivian is capable of combat, right?
Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, yeah.
But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards.
Something, give them to him yourself.
Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
I mean, that's kind of a shitty thing you want us to, like, tell him. Like, it's not even that interesting. Hartman raises his gun, aiming at the desk. Yet, there is no gunshot. With a clink of metal, a familiar voice comes.
The bullet? How?
Also, hi, Hugo. Nice to see you are indeed still alive. Also, how?
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
Also, when did you swipe the bullets?
You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon, when I have yet to trample you into the dirt?
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
I mean, you're the one who has an empty gun.
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine.
Yeah, again, how? Lycon did kind of stab you in the heart.
My dear uncle.
Are we going to get a flashback cutscene? I mean, we're now loading. Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end.
Go to where Lycon is. Okay, so this whole thing...
Just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
Okay, so this whole thing was planned. Anyway, gonna continue.
Guess I'll also bring Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
You're late.
I mean...
So strict. Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
Ah, yes. Solid ventriloquist act, Hugo.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
So that's how he did it.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
You still kind of did hold a knife to Belle's throat.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props.
Okay, how many other props was it, though?
Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
I mean, probably, considering you two haven't seen each other in ages.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans.
Plans around plans?
You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Potentially.
Aw, I'm flattered.
I mean, at least he embraces it.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me.
I mean, we're not exactly hidden, even if no one comes here that often. Like, it's still a pretty public place.
Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Well, okay.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly.
Okay. Okay, gotta fill up Mayhem's water bowl at some point.
He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
Ah. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot some of this stuff.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
So is this all just a flashback, or is Hugo giving a dramatic, spiel about how he survived?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check, while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them.
Haha.
Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird.
Alright.
Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done.
Alright, Mayhem.
That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy.
Ah.
So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss.
Alright, quoting yourself.
Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Why indeed?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family.
Ah.
And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end.
I mean, depending on what the Exaltists decide to do with him, probably.
Of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
That's all. Oop.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
What do you mean by that? Lycon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in Port Elvis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, he sits down on a chair, pulls out some rope, and ties himself up. What?
What exactly are you doing?
Okay, I know there's a lot of, you know, kind of art, kind of like, but that. Also, how did you tie yourself up in that specific way? Hey, okay, quote Eggman, Sonic me, you disgust me. Tie yourself up on your own time.
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't.
Please elaborate.
Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind, to some extent.
You were dosed with it.
Or did you dose yourself with it?
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Okay. Hugo tells Lycon of what happened back in the private suite when he was negotiating with Hartman. And the only reason Hartman agreed to work with him was because of this, because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug into Hugo's cup and then ask questions, attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition.
Alright.
The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote.
Oh, fun.
When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind.
Okay, they're not even trying to hide it at this point. Also, I appreciate... Also, how is Lycon that sweaty? How is he that sweaty?
And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes.
Oh, is that the weird sound that... Well, this is happening at Port Elpis, so is that the weird sound that one day... Like, was it Rain or one Denny Booth that talked about the weird sounds? I think it was Rain.
I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself.
Again, you managed to tie your wrists to the arms of the chair, even though you would kind of need both. At least one of those would need to be free.
Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
He probably will, after.
This is advice
I
received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, I can't. Come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
Don't.
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
Okay, this is getting a lot more...
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
After who knows how long, after enduring seemingly endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him had come undone, though he didn't know when that had happened. Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he hadn't injured himself that badly while he was going crazy. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet?
But
Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself?
That is always the question.
Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
Oh, this is funky. And okay, I know that warehouse. Hello? Robin? It's all your fault. No, why were you born with those eyes? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess. I had made it, and I endured for so long. All those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You, go and beg him to reconsider her for me, okay? Hey, tell him that you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't want to see you now. You can't go and change. You can't go and see him. Mother. Mother.
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you.
The woman's face distorts with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortunes on this innocent child.
Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
Bruh. She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, as the tip gleaming with chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point towards Hugo's paler eye. Then she suddenly vanishes, as if she had never existed at all. Alright, now we're in the weird dimension.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
Oh.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
So Robin's his inner demon!
Who are you? I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self.
Damn. Damn, this weird mind control drug is doing all that sorts of things.
You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer. Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid.
A saying?
I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence.
I mean, it's not your fault you exist.
But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself. Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool? Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
I'm my own master now.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
Okay, YouTube, I just want to point out that all of this talk is in 100% in the game. It is what the characters are saying.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Yeah.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade.
Alright, and what happens after?
If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her,
and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else.
Ah, good old self-loathing.
But rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that me is you, correct? So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool.
Potentially.
Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
Sure. After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes about him become done at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. Hugo straightens out his attire, ties himself up. Then he opens the warehouse door again. Up.
I see. This is still an illusion.
Finds Serena. Who is Serena?
I wonder who's going to show up this time?
Can't walk yet. There we go.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
Oh, great.
I'm already hiding.
Of course you are.
You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Serena.
Oh. She's on the docks. Ow. Don't run into poles. It's going to hurt. Oh. Plushie on the chair.
You're looking in the wrong place.
Plushie's on the chair.
An even better hiding spot this time.
Never the good sign.
Any place you showed me.
Plush strap.
Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why?
Yes.
Why I had to die?
Oh.
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault.
Oceanus.
If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
Oh. Okay, now we're going back over there. Running out of things to say because it's midnight.
In the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Kind of hard to make jokes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness is always punished instead.
Hmm.
Tell me, Hugo, why?
Hmm.
Hugo, are you lost?
Why was the Joker laughing?
Back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
Oh, fun. Alright, you again. Indifferent servant, angry servant, dissatisfied servant. A demon. Yes, this is exactly the angle that I wanted for this. What a cruel bastard. As expected of a disgusting bastard. Leitria was so nice to him, yet he... How does he still have the nerve to stay in this house? They shouldn't have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. A mockery and rage form a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then, as the cacophony reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal in the silence, deep and oppressive, as if... it is as if time stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing. Okay, I realize this is immersive storytelling, but can we please, you know...
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes. Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you.
And you actually look kind of sad about this one.
Unfortunately. It was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
Okay, seriously, what happened?
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
Okay, seriously, what happened?
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you.
Ah.
Serena died in your place.
Well, that's rude.
Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with his answer, the inner demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires.
So now we have Hugo and Evil Hugo.
Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Okay, either the side effects of this mind control stuff is a lot, is either a lot more potent than we realize, or this is some level of therapy that no therapist alive could even come close to sorting out.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our scythe.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood.
Excuse me.
It's like a curse, written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear.
All right.
That the same blood flows through your veins.
As if to prove his words, the inner demon transforms into Hartman. Alright, finally, a punchable face.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
This is a lot of yapping.
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you were born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark. You to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
Alright, no need to make yourself sound too important. Alright, third time's the charm. We're gonna wake up for real this time. Ten's about dizzy, wake in the warehouse, bound him, and come undone. Take a breath and stands up. Straight as higher, time to open the outside. And we're in the real world now.
Lycon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you.
Alright, well, we're still hallucinating, because of course we are.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
Oh, I wish. Most because Robin's still there. Why did you break our oath? Why did you use me? My eye and these legs, they were all your fault. You know, you are exactly like your father.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
Implying he's still alive, even though he's probably not?
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow. An easy feat for the Ravenlock family.
So a hollow disaster just happened to occur, like, near where you guys were?
So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make. And you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon. You're the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
Hugo takes a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycon is gone, and in his place is that familiar figure. Without a doubt, he is still within an illusion.
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
Alright, now you're doing it.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself.
I mean, fair, but also,
We are ultimately one and the same. Forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
Moving on.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your dad. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, wending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
Okay, don't be wrong. I am interested in what's going on. I am, however, just kind of twiddling the sticks on my controller at this point.
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman.
Alright, well, we can kind of figure that.
His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it?
I mean, the Empire only ruled the galaxy for like, what, 18, 21 years? Sure, hatred can get you far, but it's not exactly gonna get you, like, forever.
Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them? You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companion's understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own.
Alright, you still can't tell because I'm a PNG, but I am actually sitting up. I'm not just like leaning back in my chair, just kind of eyes half glazed over.
But remember, only the weak need companions. And we are children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them. And I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
But you are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
Alright, so are we fighting or are we... Welcome to the Mindscape. TV! Toss away the hat. We don't need it. Okay, but he needs the hat. And... Alright. Combat tutorial. Hugo. When an EX special attack or ultimate hits a stunned enemy, the totalize effect is triggered. This effect increases the skill's damage multiplier based on the enemy's remaining stun duration at the moment after trigger. After triggering totalize, the enemy will immediately recover from stun. A certain amount of days will be inflicted based on the remaining stun duration.
Think about all the injustice you suffered.
Okay, so he...
If you choose to forgive,
you're
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
Alright, so Hugo's fast. Got it. I do actually enjoy how he's playing, though. No. Ow. I mean... Alright, so the question is, when Hugo becomes available, will with and without hat be like two different skins? Well, it's nice to actually be getting some action after. Come on, I want to at least see the ultimate. Come on, you will stun. Don't use special just.
Let order and madness dance.
Are you trying to kill me? You think you can just get rid of me?
Not really.
Without me, you are nothing.
Also, I do appreciate.
For what it's worth. Thank you.
I do appreciate that Hugo looks a little crazy when he uses his ultimate.
Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Alright, sounds like Hugo is speaking directly in our ears, and I don't like it, bro.
Fancy words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore.
Yeah. But only after I, did the thing.
Hatred, malice. Strength, forgiveness, justice.
It's all a part of me. Like, guess that line just never got recorded. Finally, it's time to meet up with Lycon. Yippee! And an actual cutscene.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner.
He does the thing where he's doing the shoulder pat, except he was just patting the chair. I approve.
This is just like what I saw in my dream.
Well, technically, Lycon was standing by the table, not over there, but...
I guess there are still some lingering side effects.
I mean, you are in the port. Also, where exactly is Sage? Also, I desperately gotta blow my nose, so just give me a sec. Alright, taken care of. Let's get back to it. Yeah, it didn't really take too long. Just got to, clear that up.
Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
Fair enough. Lycon falls silent for a moment and eventually hands over a coin. No, looking at the packaging, it's not a coin, but a familiar chocolate. Ooh.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Yeah. Hugo takes the coin. After a moment of silence, he eats it. Nom nom.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable.
Ah.
Either way, thank you.
Ah.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Well, just a classic battle at the center of the mind.
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone? I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure.
Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I'll just punch the microphone stand a little bit. Just making sure that I'm not muted.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble for those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out at the ocean. A gentle breeze lifts his golden locks. The sunlight glances off both of his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltist fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes.
Oh, fun.
Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
Alright, probably gonna be meeting up soon enough.
I'll go with you.
Aw, never mind.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Or, you know, at least make sure that innocents don't get caught up in the crossfire.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kicked things off by approaching Edmund from the top's big shots. How did you manage to sweet talk him? I am a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than any. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches is, which is absolutely laughable. So I played his arrogance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers, but that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab in your handiwork too? You could say that. Security there is no joke, so I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. It was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure in the Exaltists. You knew they'd be all over it. Yep, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of heroes. They actually match pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic you. Ooh, I heard that after the auction, they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take wild guesses, but honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel on the sacrifice and the Exaltists. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legit reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you, a real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of the mess. You used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and keep the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltists on their toes. Hold on a sec. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you'd have a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycon, I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. Ooh. What? When it comes to stopping the Exaltists, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue you in on this. The mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. And is this point where we cut back to the present? Or are we still in flashback territory? Oh, you know, he just tosses his hat away. Got it.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too.
Oh, so we're doing this plot thread.
I know where they are.
Yay. Alright. Nope, those crates can't be broken. Also, that is pretty much the exact same move Lycon does. You can tell they were trained by the same person.
Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Oh.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
Alright, didn't even need to do the thing. Why are those crates not breakable? Let me break all the crates! Oh. Scared worker. You untie the workers. Thank goodness, someone's here to save us. Thank you. You're welcome. So, could you tell us what those Ravenlocks did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of liars. They tricked us into this hollow. They said they had a job with high pay for us, but well, they kept avoiding the topics after we got here. Something didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. But then they showed their true colors. They tied us all up and told us they were going to ship us off somewhere. They didn't make you take any weird medicine, did they? Medicine? No. But it wasn't just us they tricked. Another group went that way. Oh, here. I see. Here, take this carrot. There's an exit nearby. You should be able to get out of here as soon as possible. I can't thank you enough. Let's go, Hugo. We must save the rest of them. You sure are eager. Yeah. Probably because there are people that need to be saved.
A bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
You're welcome to try.
And all right, on to the next group of workers, or just great.
More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
Well, that and some polychrome, yay! And quite a lot of them. There's 2 of them. You untie the workers. Who are you? Your saviors. Thank you. Thank you. I had a bad feeling about that group from the start. I shouldn't have ignored my gut instinct. Did those Ravenlocks do anything to you? Do anything? Well, we weren't doing as we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else? Good. Oh, right. There was another batch of workers ahead of us. They should be by the roof. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You should get out of here as soon as you can. And let's continue. Let's
Is
continue.
Hartman behind this too?
Of course. He threw them into the hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
Why is there just a Belobog thing down there?
To him, those workers are just another resource, no different from the ether his company mines in the hollow.
Alright, well, let's head up. Alright. Oh, well, that's...
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised, it's all real, right?
No, it's not.
All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. Sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Okay, wait, you're a senior?
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid. I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
Alright, maybe don't say something like that, bud.
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leads into whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this.
Were these the same guys from, like, the ballet twins at the start of this, like, part of the epilogue?
And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before. Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
Alright, you're kind of putting innocence at risk here, Hugo.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
Alright, so what exactly are you planning?
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
Yes, please.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Yay! I mean, begrudgingly. Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision, except for the talkative worker. Most of them already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals his true nature, saying, "You think I'd let you run?" while forcibly shoving the pill into the worker's mouth. After clearly capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right, that's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Yay!
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them, even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Right, fight time.
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Right, time. That's enough of that.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team.
Get in the corner. Get in the corner.
Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight.
The end is not.
Why can't you fight differently?
You had a lot more aggression.
I've merely learned to control my strength.
Ah! Alright, that would have been a sick wipeout screen. The two defeated Ravenlock family members.
Damn it! Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Oh!
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice, if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of the necks of the Ravenlock family members. And they're out.
Don't worry, Lycon. I didn't hit them too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
As always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
An associate of yours?
Okie dokie.
The co-workers carry the Ravenlock family members away. Not only Lycon and Hugo remain.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine.
Alright, we definitely could have figured that out.
The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets.
Ah!
Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
Yippee!
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug. Besides getting evidence, was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
Sorry.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
The truth is, I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack.
Ah.
Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
Yeah, he was just around the corner.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path.
That's right.
You never said anything.
I mean, yeah, no shit, he was hidden.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Ah, even you hadn't done any self-reflection yet.
Jack, he...
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
Yeah. More reminiscing. After leaving the Hollow to arrive at a place with nice scenery.
Lycon? That incident back then. I didn't do it.
Alright, so we're back at Port Elpis, and that is definitely a face.
It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him.
Mayhem has returned.
And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death. But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do.
Okay, we are still recording. Good.
You.
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
That therapy really did a lot for you, huh?
You've changed. But I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words. And I won't forgive your betrayal.
Okay, well, you did kind of let him betray you, I guess.
I will walk the path I believe is right. Even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path. Lycon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault.
I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god.
But still not beating the Dio allegations.
Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god.
Technically, everyone's their own protagonist, but...
There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Yay.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do.
Yeah, there's a dinner you gotta attend.
To witness the end of Ravenlock.
Alright, bedroom. Alright. As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger. Alright, so he was just recounting all of that.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard!
Why does Vivian look so concerned?
Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
Also, why are his glasses a lot more square rounded than I feel like they are like on his in-game model?
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
Ooh. Oh, did we get the best character?
On behalf of Tops, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions.
No, we don't get the funny reporter, man.
Tops is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Also, that guy looks important.
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Clutch.
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor.
Robin Hood!
I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime.
I'm trying to think of con artists, but I'm struggling to think of one.
I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back.
Yay!
I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
Alright, you leave Ravenlock Manor as on Hugo's speedboat, because he just has one of those. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
I mean, did you not hear his entire spiel?
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too. And I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me.
Alright, kind of a weird place to put orange text, but I'll allow it.
I've always been selfish. So I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions?
Need to have a think.
Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go.
Okay, so we're still on the boat.
Also, Belle, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
Alright, cool. With Lycon's assistance... Alright, seriously, where are we? With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
So, Lycon, you knew about Hugo's plan to fake his death?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
Oh, what? You have a bedtime?
You two sure are close.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so the sacrifice core, do we still know where that is or not?
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger.
I mean, that feels like it would be a self-explanatory thing.
Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit.
We know that.
But Dina's concoction can control people's minds.
Ooh.
If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Never mind the sacrifice. Hartman's sacrifice core is a fake. We don't know where the real one's gone.
Assuming you know where it is.
The real core has always been here.
Here where?
Here? In Lord Phaethan's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear Proxy?
Oh.
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear Proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
I'm trying to remember when we got the pendant. Like, was it at the start of this part of the act? After finding the pendant and sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses a hidden clasp. The pendant clicks open from the middle. Inside is the sacrifice core. Fancy collectible. A collectible gifted by Vivian. Looks like expensive and exquisite piece of art, and no one could have guessed it could have been opened. Inside, it concealed the mysterious sacrifice core. Yay! La gasp!
I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed. since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead. I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yeah, which is, you know...
Yes. And we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
That too. That is also a priority.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
She won't.
All right. That's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
Yay! Alright. What's wrong, Lycon? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're going to turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. Werewolf? How are you feeling now? Relax. I'm not kicking the bucket just yet. But you look more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should have... Lycon, remember what I said back when I faked my death? For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it was arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives or dies, I'd rather just do what I can. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny, nothing more. And that is kind of what I live by. Hey, fuck everything above and below. The one who controls me is me. You've really come a long way. Okay, yeah, the way I said that was a little bit more cringe than I wanted it to come out, but it's still kind of a... You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I will. I'll lay it all out. I promise. After a little chat, Lycon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off to a deep, nice sleep. Belle, Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be their guide. He, Vivian, and Lycon will be heading into the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. And I'll use the HGD system this time to head into the Hollow with you all. Tell me when you're ready, and remember to bring Eos with you. Not ready yet because we have done a lot, and we're still we're 3 hours in, and yeah, I do kind of need to get up in the morning, so I kind of need to call it a night here. So YouTube, hopefully you enjoyed part 1 or part 2 of this, probably part 2, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.